Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting Let's Play of Skyrim. Making my way. Alright. I'm looking for snacks. Delicious food. I found some delicious food. I missed my delicious food. You know what? Hold on. You know what? Hold on. That does 10 damage. That does... Oh, yeah. Or maybe... I'll do the ancient Nord arrows. It's gonna make my meat taste a little funny, but that's okay. Damn! He saw me. Come on! How are you doing that? How are you running through the water like that? Yep. So who's taking notice to me? Is it you? Have you taken notice? What are... Oh, you're a skeever. He's on his way to me, as best he can. Now, about that... Is it a deer? Is it an elk? Whatever it is, I'm after it. I've wasted too many arrows just to give up. Unless it despawned, then I'll have no choice but to give up. I don't think he came through here. Yeah... I don't think I have a choice. But here's some fish. Okay. Wait, I just remembered something. Hold on. Where are you? There you are.
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop. Aye.
That wasn't him. But I found you.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
What's your problem with Sven?
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
You hope. You don't sound very sure.
I've been thinking. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Can you train me to be better at archery?
I'll show you what I know.
I don't have enough money, so goodbye. Now, where's Sven? Where do be Sven? I bet he's at the tavern. Let's explore the tavern. Are you Sven? No. Sleeping Giant Inn. Let's see if Sven's here. Sven? Are you in here?
Orgnar.
This is an ode to
Orgnar,
Skyrim's
are you
staunch
listening?
protectors.
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Bring to our
No, he's staring at me for some
Ale's
reason.
going bad.
gone.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
We'll drive out the storm.
Are you Sven?
Restore what we own. Feindal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
Fendel wanted me to deliver this letter to Camilla and say it was from you.
What is this? The elf playing a treachery? Shocking. As if I would write this dribble. How about we play a bit of a turnabout with Feindal? Here, I had to use simple words, but this letter should convince Camilla it's from him.
Okay, bye-bye.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook.
Can
Ain't
I
much else
use
to tell.
the alchemy lab? No. What do we got for sale?
Take a look.
I'm looking for some nice snacks. Some yummy, yummy snacks. Dwarven oil? Ooh. Ooh. Maybe. Ah, I got bread. Do you got any bread? Hold on. Hold on. Do you got any bread? I need to find something I can sell to this dude. Because I want that.
Next time.
Hello. Alright. Just ran up to me for no reason. That's cool. That's awesome.
Need a room?
Nope.
Talk to Delphine.
Time to talk to Camilla, though. I got some juicy gossip. Oh, Camilla. Where are you? I've got something interesting to tell you.
It's really great we're friends. I was hoping to find some way to thank you. I hope this does the trick.
Well, shit. I'll have to read that now. I was really hoping to spill some tea. A Brief History of the Empire, Volume 3. A brief history of the Empire, Part 3. The first volume of this series told in a brief the story of the succession of the first 8 emperors of the Septim dynasty, from Taiba to Taiba first to Kintra second. The second volume described. Shush. I'm reading. Timer. Described the War of the Red Diamond and the 6 emperors that followed its aftermath, from Uriel 3 to Cassandir 1. At the end of the volume, it was described how the Emperor Cassandir's half-brother Uriel IV assumed the throne of the Empire of Tamriel. It will be recalled that Uriel IV was not a septim by birth. His mother thought she reigned as empress for many years, was a dark elf married to a true septim, Emperor Pelagus III. Uriel's father was actually catastrophic, Katari first consort after Plague's death, a Breton nobleman named Galvier. Dude, do I have to read this? Lariat, before tasking the throne of Empire, Casdir I had ruled the kingdom of Werist, but poor health had forced him to retire. Cassandir had no children, so he legally adopted his half-brother Uriel and obligated? I think it's supposed to be obligated, the kingdom. No, that's not obligated. Abdicated. I'm so good at reading. 7 years later, Cassandir inherited the empire at the death of his mother. 3 years after that, Uriel once again found himself the recipient of Cassandir's inheritance. Uriel's reign was a long and difficult one, despite being a legally adopted member of the Septim family, and despite the Larian family's high position. Indeed, they were distant cousins on the Septims. Few of the Elder Council could be persuaded to accept him fully as a blood descendant of Tiber. The council had assumed much responsibility during Catria I's long reign. And Casdir short one and a strong-willed Align monarch like Uriel IV, found it impossible to command their unserving fealty. Time and again, the council had emperor were at odds, and time and again the council won the battles. Since the days of Plagueis II, the Elder Council had consisted of the wealthiest men and women in the empire, and the power they wielded was conclusive. The council's last victory over Uriel IV was posthumous. Andorak, Uriel IV's son, was what is that letter? I don't know what that word says. By vote of council, and a cousin more closely related to the original septum line was proclaimed. Sepphoris II in 3E 247. For the first 9 years of Sepphoris II's reign, those loyal to Endrek battled the imperial forces in an act that the sage Iritine called Tiber Septim's heart beating no more. The council granted Ambric the High Rock Kingdom of Shornblim to end the war, and Ambric's descendants still rule there. By and large, Sepphoris II had foes that demanded more of his attention. That Ambric, from out of a Cimmerian nightmare, in the words of Irantine, a man who called himself the Cameron usurper led an army of Daedra and undead warriors on a rampage through Valenwood, conquering kingdoms after kingdom. Few could resist his onslaughts, and as month turned to bloody month in the year 3E 249, even fewer tried. Sepphoris II sent more and more mercenaries into Hammerfell to stop the usurper's northward march, but they were bribed or slaughtered and raised as undead. The story of the Cameron usurper deserves a book of its own. It is recommended that the reader find Palix Lethier's The Fall of the Usurper from more details. In the short, however, the destruction of the forces of the usurper had little to do with the efforts of the emperor. The result was a great regional victory, and on increases the hostility toward the seemingly inefficacious empire. Reading's hard for me, okay? Ural 5. Sepphoris II, son and successor, swiveled opinion back toward the latest power of the empire, turning the attention of Tamriel away from internal strife. Ural 5 embarked on a series of invasions. Let me double check, make sure my volume's so far in the video. On a series of invasions beginning almost from the moment he took the throne in 3E 268. Ural 5 conquered Rokria in 271, Kathnukui in 276, Yevensla in 279, and Ernest in 284. In 3E 288, he embarked on his most. So this dude was pretty much. This guy was pretty much just conquering everything in sight. He was just like, I don't care. This is all mine. This all belongs to me now. I'm emperor. Screw all of you. I'm taking everything. Who was this guy? Ural 5? Ural the 5th? Ural the 5th is kind of a dictator. Ambitious enterprise. The invasion of the continent kingdom of Akavar. This ultimately proved a failure for 2 years later. Ural V was killed in Akavar on the battlefield of Lonith. Nevertheless, Ural V holds a reputation second only to Tiber as one of the two great warrior emperors of Tamriel. The last four emperors, beginning with Ural V's infant son, are described in the fourth and final volume of this series. You know, if you wanted to thank me with a gift, you could have just given me something I could spend or sell. But, you know, cool, thank you for the book, fucking nerd. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this Let's Play as much as I'm having as much fun playing it, and I'll see all of you next time.